Testing. All right. Swag Chicago. Doing a whoa. I went to check the weather. Obviously we know it's going to be I got to move my picture. Hang on. Okay. This is the main reason I'm on the air right now. This baby right here. Let's take a look. Right there. Let me see if you can see this. Hang on. Okay. Huh. Where did my where did the screen go? Oh, come on. Is it gone? Look at this. They are zapping in real time. Look at these. This is not a cloud. This was up here when I first started, just before I went online. This thing's moving southwest or southeast. What's this city? It's coming up. Michigan City. If you know anybody near Michigan City, you got a blob of shit coming right over your city at any minute. This is live radar. The storm hasn't hit the Illinois border yet. In a little while, it's going to hit the Iowa-Illinois border. This is not normal. And if you remember a few days ago, let's take a look. Hang on. Let me show you. They did this before the snowstorm. That big one that just happened, what was it, Ohio? Let's go to my channel here real quick. Where's my channel? It's not letting me, of course. Okay. There was a snow. I'm looking for the snowstorm. Hey, look how cute I look here. Just so anybody knows, all these were me attempting to start the NASA video yesterday. It took a total. Here, it's using the same picture. I got to change it. Here, this is the final 1 hour, just over an hour. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tries. On the 7th try, I was able to actually get online last night to show the fraud that is being done. So take a look at that video. It's right here. It's the one right here. It says NASA's rewriting history. You got to look at this. And anybody you know that's into science, data, anything, please explain to me how this anomaly happened in this video. I have actually recorded evidence that they're altering data. But anyways, back to tonight. We had a snowstorm. Where was it? Right here. 7 days ago. I made this quick video. It was a snowstorm. There. This thing right here is starting to look like what we... And it's coming from the same direction. It's on the same trajectory. Look at this. This is not normal. And it's happening again. They are firing up atmospheric heaters or the new technology, which I gotta do. There's other people that have. There's a technology where they suck the heat out of molecules. Okay, and you can see the front right here. It's 37 degrees in St. Louis, 32 in Central Illinois, 25 up by me. So you can see there's a line. Look at there, Sioux Falls, 9 degrees. So the temperature is gonna drop. This polar vortex is coming in. Let's go to GOES, take a look at what they're showing on their radar. Oop, what am I doing? I don't want this. What the hell? Electric company. Okay, here we go. Let me make sure that's showing up. We'll go to the national loop first. Let's see if any of the NextRad is the NextRad sites are turned on, which they will light up. Look at this weird stuff in Nevada. Look at that. Look how fast that's going. That looks like they're literally pumping shit in Nevada here. Look at this. Wow. Okay, whatever. They can do whatever they want, right? Nobody here cares. Well, some of us care, but I mean, the people in general don't care. I'm going to do a local one here real quick. Alright, so you can't see the ground. I just called somebody to see if they could see that light. It looked like you would be able to see it over the lake. The cloud cover right now is so thick because of the snow coming in. Nobody can see the sky up here. So this is where that anomaly is happening right here. You can see clouds coming up. Look at down here, down by Texas, right down here, closer to Texas. Is that Arkansas? I don't know. Let's take a look. Hang on. Okay. Oh, here. I want to see the warnings. Where's my warnings? Composite radar. Here we go. And we don't want that brighter. Oh, what am I doing there? Okay. I want to see over the lake here. I want to see if anything's showing up on other satellite radar. That color enhancement makes it sure look weird. Look at that. Look how this green forms and heads out ahead of the darkness. That is cool. I don't know what it is. I'm not a meteorologist. I just see things. Watches and warnings. Let's throw that on. And no, man, is that ice forming possibly in the atmosphere? That's kind of what it looks like. Okay, these are the next red sites. All these dots. So they're all off right now. A lot of times in the middle of the night, especially, you'll see, like where I'm showing now, there'll be a big ball of energy coming out of these antennas, like they send signals out. And I don't know if that's the heat things. They call them atmospheric heaters, and I think that's what they're doing with it. But they could be testing other things. They could be testing the 5G. They could be testing frequency, all kinds of things. Most of it, we probably don't know what they're doing. But let's go to radar. I don't see this anomaly showing up here. Let's take a look. Well, they're showing these green clouds. And let's compare it to this one live right now. See, they're not showing the same radar. That's very weird. I think this one's picking up off of the windy. I believe they have their data is fed to them by like local airports and all the small ones, weather state. I think that's where they get their weather or their radar. And I think in telecast, I forget. Hang on. Go. Let's take a look right here. And what time is this? I don't know if that's right now. Let's go to current. Okay. See, there's a lot more snow on this one. This is so weird. All right, here we go. See, I'm just comparing right there. See here, there's some stuff coming from south part of where there's no storm at all. See how these little balls of ice are forming? This is ice more than likely. See where it shows light? I think the lighter the color, the more it's going to be ice forming in the atmosphere. Then when it gets a little bit darker blue, that's the blue where it's falling. So we're seeing the atmosphere probably freezing right here. Let's see if that thing is still showing up. Boy, is that creepy looking. Just sitting out there by itself. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's look at what they're saying now is going to happen for snow. We'll go to rain accumulation, precipitation type. Here we go. Why isn't it changing? Something's wrong with my key here. Hang on. Why is it not showing me? Oh, next 12 hours. Okay, here we go. We'll do next 24 hours. Okay. So if it were rain, I think this is snow up here. 0.4. Is this rain? Hang on. There we go. Snow. That's live. Is this live? 6 p.m. Is it, what time is it? It's right now. So the snow is coming down here quicker than I thought. An hour ago, it was north of the border here and definitely not in Illinois on the west end. So very interesting that this just flash froze over, it looks like. And now look, when I zoom in, it's like their data. Oh, wait, here we go. Why is it going to next Friday? What is this doing? Alright. Let's hit play real quick. Get it caught up to current time. All right, that's by 8 o'clock, all the way from Illinois over to the Iowa border, all of Lake Michigan, and down towards Kankakee is going to be covered in a blanket of snow. It was not showing that much that quick an hour ago. I was just looking at. I had somebody ask me if it'd be, they can get down this way in time in 2 hours, and it showed that the snow wasn't even going to start hitting till 9 o'clock. So this has changed already in the last hour. To the snow now is already coming down. It wasn't supposed to come down for another 2 hours. I just did this for somebody that's driving right now. They asked me if the weather was going to be clear. I'm like, oh, no problem. You'll be in front of it. Because it was coming from the left side right, not top down. This is, I'm guaranteeing you this has something to do with this stuff freezing up right here. They can, I can't remember the name of the term, but I got to show you. They take the heat, it's like a heat pump in the sky, and they take the heat out of molecules, and it freezes this chemical they spray ahead of time, and then it falls as snow. It'll start as those ice pellets, and then snow falls behind it. That's how they make snow. Look up China snow. I think I did a video on this. Hang on. I'm not even gonna go. I just did a video about the antenna ELF system in China and how they make their own snow and rain. So it's all there. It is what it is. But when you get these weird blobs out of nowhere just start showing up, it looked just like the chaff that was showing up all week on the East Coast. I think it was like Connecticut and those areas where they don't even have an air guard that has chaff in their airplanes. So it didn't make any sense. The local news kept saying it was chaff from military planes, not airplanes, military planes. They were doing, here, look at, here's a circle here. See, when you get these perfectly round circles, that's not natural. Nature doesn't make these circles in weather. Look at this. Except for maybe a whirlpool, I guess. Down by Plainfield, what is this? You're getting a blob. See, I think these are where these are probably the next red. I don't know, I'm guessing. These are the antennas that they're turning on right now to charge the particles that are going to create the snowstorm that is probably being at least assisted and make it stronger than it would have been, okay? You tell me this isn't even close to O'Hare. I know you get O'Hare when you get up by the airport, you'll get these, look at Round Lake, and now they're getting covered right now. This wasn't here not even 30 minutes ago. This just flashed over. Is this the temperature? What's the temperature? 26. See, it's still in the high 20s. This doesn't make sense. This wasn't this. I just looked this up for somebody. This storm, I'm like, there's no problem. You'll be ahead of it the whole way down. And now we're all the way down to Peoria. Yeah, this is no way. It was 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock when I checked it. Exactly. So right here. 5 o'clock, there was nothing here. This was all open. You could see the snow coming from the left side, moving this way. This is saying 5 o'clock right here. I just checked it live at 5 o'clock. None of this was here. It wasn't at the border up north, and it wasn't even at the border to the west of Illinois. This is so weird. It just flashed. This just flashed over. I bet you if you go back in the video I just turned on, when I went live, none of this was here. I'm going to look back. Look at the beginning of this video when I started it out with the radar. None of this snow was here. Now, here's the live radar. Oh, there's lightning. Look at that. Lightning down by Texas. Look at this. What's the temperature there? They're going to be getting this cold front. It's 60 degrees where this lightning storm is. Dallas, you're 63. Not for long, baby. Let's take a look when the temperature hits you guys. Let's see. Saturday, you're still in the... Oh, here it comes. Saturday, 8 a.m. Dallas, 35 degrees. You guys are going to feel the wrath of the North Pole. Wow. It's going to be icy cold in Dallas tomorrow. Icy, icy, but doesn't last long. Ooh, it gets even colder. Sunday, Dallas, 27. St. Louis, 11 degrees. And 1 degree for me. Lucky me. So I'm laughing at you guys in Texas. It's going to be in the 30s and 20s. We're going to be below zero here in Illinois, northern Illinois. That's freaking hilarious. Okay, I'm hearing reports that this cold snap here can last up to 2 weeks. Look how cold it is up here. Look at this polar vortex. Look at this thing. Can you say global warming? Now, I saw on the news they twisted all this shit. The global warming is causing longer winters and colder winters and a lot more snow winters. And winter may last forever now because of global warming. Do you guys hear what you're saying? Or does anybody hear what they're hearing? The planet heating up is going to cause a permanent snow ice age storm. Really? When did we all stop thinking? I just answered one of the posts on one of my shows. She posts a lot. And it's really turning into me for a question of life is just why? Why are people doing this shit? And when you do, when you're in any kind of job where you got to deal with people who do bad things, you're not supposed to ask why because it'll drive you crazy trying to figure it out. So you'll never see that on, or you'll see like on Law and Order and all those shows, they'll ask, they tell you, why do you think you did it? And they'll be like, we don't get into why. It doesn't matter. They just did it. I don't even know why I'm saying that, but whatever. The thing is, I'm asking why now. Why are people practicing like Satanism? Why are they? And don't tell me they're not. You could see all their symbols they use. They're in everything now. Everywhere you go, it's in all these ads, and you see the little rainbow with the star. I don't know what that is. That's a new one to me. I never seen. They're using the star, and it's got like a purplish rainbow attached to it. I don't know what. Somebody's got to decode that. I don't know what that means, but it has. I think Katy Perry was using one, and a couple other people. So that I'm starting to see that. It reminds me of that because I just saw this purple with the polar vortex, but it's just because it created a memory. But look at this. Gonna be icy, icy cold. And how long is it gonna last? Let's take a look. Sunday, 4 degrees for us. Monday, it's even colder. The Northeast is gonna really get cold on Monday, Tuesday. Canada, you're used to it. I think that's what makes those people so humble, or at least act humble. Alright, so Tuesday we get the big warm up. We're in the 18 degree range. So this is lasting, what, 5 days so far? And then 35 by Tuesday. So we're back in the warm. Oh, and looks like it drops again. Let's take a look. Yeah, it goes back to 13 Wednesday. It's like a autumn, summer, what do they call it, spring or whatever. Wednesday back into the single digits, I bet. Yeah, at least the teens. Hang on. Let's go back to precipitation type. Boy, look at this weird patterns that's made. It's like there's almost like there's a hurricane off the coast of the United States on both sides. Look how it moves the snow clouds. And then over here, the same thing. And up by Alaska, the same thing. Check these whirlpools. They're whirlpools that are the size of half the country. Wow. Now, that's the kind of shit I like to see. Let's just see how everything's changing. All right, let's see how much snow we're supposed to get here. Hang on. So not that much for us. 3 days. Only half an inch. Everybody kept telling me we're getting 4 inches of snow. Not according to this. Is it because of that? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let me move this around. There's not that much snow. Oh. Okay, let me do... Okay, we're getting an inch there. It doesn't look like that much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. As of right now, not that much. Yeah, I don't know why the reports are coming out locally. There's like warnings and all this stuff. That looks kind of freaky looking. Yeah, I don't see the 4 inches of snow, but maybe it will. It depends on how they crank it up. If they're telling you and it's not showing up here, then somebody knows something. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Can I say it? Can I say something? I'm just saying. And I'm asking why, and why. That's my new. And you know, oh, that was my point before with the comment. I'm glad I get comments because it makes me think more. You know what I mean? And that's where I came into why I'm asking why. Remember, if you've had kids, how when they're young and they hit a certain age, and they start asking why, and it drives you crazy. You're like, what do you mean, why? You ask why about everything, and you realize it's because they're absorbing so much information. They want to know how their world works around them. And we kind of make them not say why anymore. You're like, dude, go away. Go watch your video game. Go on the computer. Whatever they do now, put your goggles on and go eat chips and sit in the basement or whatever you do. You can't go outside because you may get some sun and vitamin D. So just sit in the basement and put your goggles on, and then you can travel the world through your seat. But besides being a smart ass, my point is, the point in school, they always say, yeah, asking questions is a good thing. No, it's not. They don't want you asking questions. When you ask questions, now you're changing the game plan. You're changing the order of how the training is supposed to go. They want you to learn, technically learn, by memorizing information, regurgitating it on a test, and then forget about it. And there's no long-term retention of the knowledge. So, and people today just go quickly to their laptop or phone and Google whatever, and they don't even look at the source of the answers. So I'm good with go to Google and do your search, but don't come up with a guy like me that, what do I know? And I tell you that colloidal silver kills germs. Well, verify what I'm saying. Who the hell cares what I said? But maybe I gave you the idea. So now I give you the idea. Now you start asking, well, why is Wags saying that? Maybe he knows something. Maybe it worked for him. Maybe it does work. Maybe it doesn't work. But why is somebody even taking the energy to say something? Then you get into your normal questions. Follow the money. A lot of people are here to make money. And you could tell because they get sponsors. And yeah, I'm so disappointed. I love the show. I think it's Your Mom's House or whatever, the two comedian, husband, wife comedian. And they were talking about how they're getting a new studio over Christmas break or New Year's break, whatever it was. They took a couple weeks off. Funny show. And they come back and they have a McDonald's studio. So here's another comedian that just got reeled in. And he says, if he's not lying, now a lot of these comedians, they tell jokes with you thinking they're serious. You got to remember, these guys are doing acts. So You don't know if they're for real or not. Like, even Owen, I like Owen, but he could be doing a shtick. You don't know. But if he's not, either way, he makes you think. So take what you can. That's why I like watching some of the stuff. I don't know if he believes it or not, but if he does, that's his thing and his family. But he made me think. So you take away from everybody you can get information from that knows something you don't know. That's why and how you get knowledge. So instead of calling everybody a shill, like I'm so sick of hearing that this guy's a shill, that guy, hey, you have a right to make money. You have a right to, come on YouTube and start a channel about puppies and make the most money. So you don't really get into telling boring truth or honesty or not lying. I don't know how you want to say it because I'm sick of hearing the truth stuff too. Not because I don't want to hear it, but when I hear people preach it, it's like when somebody tells you they're not going to do something and then they're doing it while they tell you they're not going to do it. It's wizardry, like Owen says, and he's totally right. Wizards tell you things. Watch, there's a guy on Netflix. He is so satanic. And I'm not never been into following what these people do or not. But it's getting so obvious now. I would like to, I'm going to do a special on him. Because even seeing this guy talk, you can tell he's a wizard. And not a wizard that wears the hat. And well, I'm talking about a wizard where they're using the dark art and the power they get from all that belief and spending it and how it comes together. And maybe they are tapping powers for all I know. But they're all rich, but they all end up having to give their soul away. So is that worth it? And that's what I tell people when you're chasing that money dragon. Is it worth it? Yeah, you'll be rich for a while, but you're going to die like everybody else. And you die with toys, so what? And were you happy in the meantime? That's all that matters. And did your soul learn anything? And are you good with your God? Because if you're not, and you're wrong, you're kind of screwed. Just saying. So, and I'm not a religious channel. I just don't know why that just came out of my mouth. But whatever. So, I truly believe if you have faith, they've done studies even on faith and how it helps with healing and things like that. Even if it's faith that God, he's going to help you because he's got a message, or you got a message that's got to get out. And that's something, unless you're in that situation, you're not going to know. But you'll know when it happens. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. But I see a lot of bad things happening, and it's not even maybe that it's happening more than it used to. That it's the fact that it doesn't go away because of the internet and everything is so accessible and ready. See what I'm saying? So if you can keep seeing a clip from 10 years ago, let's say, of an incident that happened, no matter what it is, it's going to stay fresh, and it stays in that fresh reel all the time. So then people start believing that shit is worse than it is. So you got to always ask yourself that too. Step back and say, wait, is this a safer time to be alive or a not safer time? And it's the safest time in history to be alive. You don't have people running around killing everybody in the Wild West. Even it was way more dangerous when that time period than it is now. So everybody being scared all the time has got to stop. It's a trick. When you're scared, you're too busy being scared than to just enjoy yourself. And they don't want you to enjoy yourself. If you're an evil person, you hate when people are having a good time. You're going to hate when people love God. You're going to hate when people love sunshine. So what do? You take away all those things. That may be the only reason they spray the sky, is just so you don't see the sun. Maybe. I mean, it's as good a guess as anything else. But it's definitely not for half the stuff they tell you it is, and it's definitely not for global warming. It ain't for any of that shit. So you got to start asking why. Why. That's all I could say. And little kids ask it all the time. There's a reason you go through that point in your development to keep asking why. You weren't supposed to stop asking why. but you're taught and beat out of you. Don't ask why. And then you feel embarrassed if you raise your hand. Even though they tell you, raise your hand, questions are good. No, they're not. They don't want you asking questions. That gets into these censors of these channels. Whether you like a channel and a person or not, now, because a group or a small amount of people in charge of a corporation decide that your information is not worthy to go out, you better start thinking, what are they doing? Is someone pulling the curtain down? And we're going to take these big mouths that maybe don't want to conform. Then we'll call them evil. They're going to call them evil people. And because they can think, because they're not in this ether of being a sheep, they are nuts. And they may be a little crazy because they don't conform. I don't think it's normal for humans to not conform. So, and the reason you conform is because you don't want to be in pain. You don't want to be in pain, meaning you don't want to go out and work your own field and get your own food and cook it, slaughter it, this and that and all that. You know how hard that would be? So, you go to the dollar menu at McDonald's instead. That's simple math. So I could see why it's so easy to control these people the way they do. And then the ones who stick out just a little bit, they're the crazy ones, right? Because they ask questions. That's all. The C word theorists, those are just people asking questions, dude. Now, some maybe ask not too many questions, but get too far down rabbit holes, and they don't see the light anymore and take a breath. Hey, take a break, step back. Don't ever fall for that. There's tricks in this business where these people come out and get you to go down these rabbit holes and to distract you, and the plates are spinning and all this stuff. And then don't forget to play your Fortnite and all your games and the video games, and you got all that going on. And then don't forget to check if you got a like on your thing, and if you got this and you got that, and the ding's going up on your phone. All this shit's hitting you so fast. And then you get an asshole that goes, hey, why are they spraying this guy? Why are they freezing, making rain over here but not over there? Why? You're one of those. Oh, I know who you are. I've had people, before I started doing podcasts, because I had a thing up about the flu, it was spreading that year. It was just news. From the CDC, they go, oh, you're one of those guys. What guys? What am I? Because I ask questions? Now, I've never conformed. I've always worn sweatpants. I always wear a butt pack for 20-something years now, before it became cool like it is now. If the trend comes back or in or out, I don't care. And in the old days, those people became firemen, police, military, the jobs that nobody would want to do, and we liked to do, because we liked helping people. So no matter which one of those jobs you did it because you cared about your community. You cared about the people that were being picked on. You cared about bullies that were hurting people. Now it's changed. That game has changed. You could see by the writing on the wall, literally, where they took the serve and protect off of police cars. That really bothers me, because it tells you what they're doing. Again, everything is done in plain sight. They don't do things without telling you they're doing it. And it has to do with this, your Mason BS, and because they worship the Great One, I think they call it, is how they get you in initially, when you're in your first couple levels or degrees. And eventually you're worshiping evil. So I know there's a lodge in every state. They're doing a... Oh, did you see this? Hang on. Is this it here? I think it's the Masons. Let me look. Yeah, here we go. This is in every city, state. And I know there's Freemasons that are police officers. God bless you. Hopefully you see the light. And I know you think you're the light, so whatever. So just don't come after me. I'm just pointing out something. They are doing a thing where you bring your kid in. Let's read this. Masonic Child Identification Program. This is going to go from a weather update to a waking up with Wags moment. So here we go. I don't know how I got into this hole, but here we go. Masonic Child Identification Program. Chip. Chip. Like your credit card chip. Your hand chip. All these companies that have employees getting chipped. Think about it. All right, charitable, blah, blah, blah. North American Masonic Lodge. And then if you look up the videos of these guys when they recruit their people and how they saved the world and built the country, which they did. If you look at Washington, D.C., it's laid out all based on Freemasonry stuff. So you can't deny that they've not been part of our society and system from before we were even here, the country. But here, the chip program, my point is, they want you to get used to the chip, the DNA, the cameras in your bedroom, the camera in your TV. I know friends of mine whose kids don't care that they have their voice recorded 24/7, that there's a TV in the bedroom where they have intimate moments, and everybody at the corporation that owns the TV could be watching you in live time. People must like being watched. I don't know. But if you're born into this captivity of no privacy, then they'll argue with you like, well, what are you talking about? Everybody's being watched. Well, you used to have privacy at one time in a world that I grew up in. I don't know what the age cutoff is, 30s, probably 35. There's a point where people aren't going to remember a day before all this. And this bullshit of chipping kids. Now, they're not physically chipping them yet, but their words mean something. The chip program allows parents the opportunity to create a kit of identifying materials for their child, free of charge, of course. The kit includes a fingerprint card, physical description, a video disc, DVD of the child, dental imprint, and a DNA sample. Now, if you found your kid was stolen and they are looking for him and they find, God forbid, a kid maybe with a different haircut, and they could check the kid's DNA at the time or the body if unfortunately something bad happened and compare it to the parent's DNA and see if you're related or not. They do not need a DNA sample in every child's kit. See how they sneak this shit in here? It's all under safety, right? What is this going to do to prevent a kid from being kidnapped? Number one, nothing. And number two, it's not the reason they're really doing it. They want a record and a log of every single person. And they'll do it under the guise of, oh, you're protecting your child. Because, you know, everybody's going to do whatever they can for their kid. But this is BS. The purpose of the kit is to provide critical information to public and law enforcement, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, they could start with the trafficking of these kids, and that will stop the need for having the ID and DNA sample, let's say, your kid, because that's the only way they're going to be taken. And the most common is parents fighting over each other. But it does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. My point is, this DNA sample is going way too far. You got everybody doing 23andMe. You got everybody doing all these other services. Who's keeping this DNA? Who's keeping the records of it? Why are they keeping it? Why? Again, it comes to why. And you want to do yourself a favor, look into these guys, because they're very powerful. Or they got a lot of influence, I should say. They're not powerful, but they got influence with the government and the politicians. And many of the politicians are these guys. So that's that. Yeah, this is crazy. Back to the weather. Any updates here? Let's take one more look before I get out of here. Oh, wrong button. Satellite and radar. Let's take a look. Alright, and where's the watches and warnings? Right there. So now we got watches and warnings. Winter storm warning. Winter storm warning for everything in purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 states right now on this picture. Winter storm warning. And the rest is a winter advisory. So the entire region's under winter advisory. Illinois and Chicago are officially under a winter storm warning. So now I got to look up the warning. Let's take a look. Let's go down here. Let me go to weather. Oh. Alright, let's go to these corporate owned. Did you know all the weather channels are owned by the same family, I believe? I think it's 6 of them. And then I want to find out, IBM has an AI one that's running all the Delta airline planes have sensors on it that feed the AI system at IBM live time to their radar and stuff, so they get actual live time data as they're making their forecasts. Anyways, Midwest, North, Let's see what the weather. What are they calling for here? Hang on. It's just gonna be plain nasty. It's just gonna be bitter cold and biting and nasty. Yeah, it's called winter, or it's called global warming, I guess. All right. Where is the warnings? Come on. Where is it? Where is it? A major snowstorm will hammer parts of the Midwest and East this weekend. Heavy snow is expected Friday into Saturday in the Plains and Midwest. Whiteout conditions are possible for parts of the Plains.
I'm Ken Jacobus. I'm the
come
owner of Good Start
on. I don't want to hear
Packaging.
this stuff.
We distribute environmentally friendly
No,
packaging.
no. You do your own advertising.
This is exactly
oh, come on. What the hell's going on? I don't want to hear this shit. I'm going to get a major snowstorm. Harper. They're calling it Harper. Winter storm Harper. Harper to the office. Harper, the principal's looking for you again. Winter storm Harper has already pummeled parts of the west in the heavy snow. I think they got 6 feet of snow in Nevada. That's normal. Will spread its massive snow, ice, and wind into the plains, Midwest. Harper's heaviest snow so far has been the Sierra Nevada. Here we go, California. Early Thursday morning, 5 inches of snow had fallen in 2 hours. That's a lot. That's a lot of snow. That's a dump. 5 inches in an hour? The storm will tap into cold air once more. Blah, 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 blah. Happening now. Snow is spreading across the upper Midwest. All the way down to Missouri. More than a foot of snow has already fallen in southeastern South Dakota. Southwestern Minnesota, including 14 inches in Madison. Wow. So Wisconsin's already got a foot. Snow is also going in Colorado Rockies and Kansas. Numerous slide-offs have been reported, blah, blah, yeah, because idiots drive. Isn't that funny? Japan's looking for 666 whales. Wow. See what I mean? These numbers are all over the place. Why wasn't it 300? Why wasn't it 299? Why wasn't it 335? It's got to be 333. Really? They got to throw it up there. Okay. Winter storm warnings and winter advisories have been posted by the National Weather Service from northern cities included in the storm watches or warnings include Chicago, Milwaukee, New York, Boston, Hartford, Providence, Pittsburgh, Albany, Buffalo, Cleveland, Columbus, and Des Moines. In general, locations in winter storm warnings can expect the worst conditions from this storm from Friday into the weekend. That would make sense because the weekend follows Friday, right? Winter, we're so stupid, they gotta tell us that. Winter weather advisories and warnings are also posted in the Central Rockies. Well, we don't care about the Rockies. Okay, so winter storm warning all the way across this band from Boston to Des Moines. That's what, 1,000 miles? That's a big snowstorm. Arctic air. Track a low. Look at this. And we're lucky enough to be right on the edge of this Arctic blast. A stripe of snow from Minnesota and Wisconsin southwest through central and northeast Kansas into Texas and Oklahoma. So Texas, get ready. Hold on, Texas. Get your snow blowers out. Snow can be heavy at times in the Midwest with lowering visibility in Iowa, Wisconsin, and northern Illinois, right where I'm at. Blowing and drifting snow is likely, like the song, blowing and drifting snow over the river and through the wood. Da, 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 da. All right. So the weather's going to be shit. Drive slow. Slow down. So you're not on my segment called Driving While Dangerous, because I got a few of you already. I catch you when you're out there. Large area of snow, heavy in some areas expected from parts of the Midwest. Da-da-da. Strong wind. Da-da-da. Band of sleet, freezing rain. Yeah, of course, because they're freezing there. Saturday night, some freezing rain, sleet spreading apart, whatever. Precipitation. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So, okay, it's going to be a big mess for about 2-3 days, okay? And then it's going to get very, very cold. Single digits. So hold on. Here comes winter. Don't panic. Don't freak out. Don't sell everything you own. It's just a snowstorm. Not even a big one, actually. Parts of the Northeast going to get 1 foot to 3 feet. Now, that's common now. 3 feet in 12 hours. That's a common thing. I don't know how, but it's common. Back in 1979, the blizzard of 79, we got like 2 feet of snow, and that was a miracle. And the snow drifts were like up to the rooftops. That happens every snowfall now. So this shit changes, you know what I mean? That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I thought it said a rather expensive swath. Stupid ass. 0.1 inch or more. Oh, ice. This is ice. Look at the ice. See? Look at the ice. That's real dangerous. You're not allowed to say black ice no more. I repeat, black ice is no longer acceptable to be said. You have to call it just ice. They say, I swear to God, they said this on one of the big news stations. We can no longer call it black ice. The reason it's called black ice has nothing to do with black people. I hate to tell you this. All the haters out there. It is because the road used to be black. I don't know what they call it now, the color. But the roadway used to be black. And when it would rain or be a little bit water on the road and the temperature suddenly dropped below freezing, it would still look wet. It didn't look like it froze. And then your car would lock up. The brakes used to lock back then and your tires would slide. It didn't pump the brakes automatically. See what I'm saying? So then people started to call it black ice because the road was black and there was ice on it. Send all complaints to WAG Chicago and he'll throw them in the garbage. I can't believe how crazy we're getting. Wow, look at Art. Is this Archie? Oh, Archive. I thought it was California Highway Patrol. Look at this. California, welcome to the jungle of snow. Idaho, 10 inches. Look at all this snow. Select the snowfall totals. California up to 36 inches in the ski area. Colorado got 25 inches at Steamboat. 10 inches in Idaho. Minnesota got 1 foot. Nebraska got 1/4 of an inch of ice. Nevada, 24 inches. Ooh, look how scary. Everybody, look at this. Scary. Get your helmets on. That's father and son, Johnny and Joey, in their snowman survival gear with earmuffs on. Those look like shooting gun muffs, but okay. Is this a guy? Okay, if you say so. While shoveling snow outside their home, but well, I'm not gonna argue with him. What else do we got? Yeah, that's. Oh, that looks fun. Oh, she's got a gold credit card. Now that's scary. Look at these rock things. How'd they get there? Do you really think, I'm asking you seriously, do you guys think these things are like millions of years old or whatever they tell us? That's really weird. I'm just looking at look at the snow coming through this guy's house. Oh my God. Avalanche. I heard England or somewhere over there, they were getting these avalanches that were killing like all the hotel people and stuff. It was no joke. They were getting so much snow in Europe. Look at, did you guys see this? I don't know if I can play it. Hang on. This ice disc that's spinning in circles right now. Look at this. This is a river. I don't know what state it's in. Hang on. It's a 33-second long video, first of all. See what I'm saying? How did this come out to 33 seconds? Really? You gotta frick with me that bad? I'm just kidding. Skip the ad. Why don't, okay, look at this thing. This is all natural. The way the water spins. There's people walking out there, it looks like. Is that people? Yeah. There's people walking on it. It's a slushy in a whirlpool of river where the water like circulates and some of the water freezes and other water doesn't. Because that's real common. Not all water freezes at 32 degrees, right? Now we know, I'm not stupid. If you put salt in water, it lowers the temperature to freezing, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm not stupid. But this is not in the world that I recall. That's all I'm saying. And they tell you that it's been happening your whole life. So, I guess it has. I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm just going through their page. What else did they got here? That's about it. Oh, that's a big snowman. Little puppies. What a puppy. Oh, how cute. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up. You can see I'm getting a little slap happy. So, this is Wag Chicago. Get ready for the couple inches of snow. It's going to be horrible. Oh, am I off the screen? God bless it. Dang it. I apologize. You got to see my chest. That's not too bad, though. Alright, everybody have a great day. This is Wag Chicago. I'll be back. I'm sure there's going to be some news. Today is 1/18/2019. Tomorrow is 9/11. Backwards, 1/19, right? Yeah, 1/18 is today. Tomorrow's 1/19. 1/19. 9/11. Weird. Somebody's birthday, I know. I think it's around that time. Happy birthday if tomorrow's your birthday. To whoever's birthday that could be. It's Wag Chicago. I'm 1042. Have a great night. Stay dry. You know what? If you're scared of the snow, just get an umbrella. You could use it in the wintertime too. You don't have to just use an umbrella for rain. Wag Chicago. I'm out of here.